What's Gucci in the booty, family? Key here. I am a ex-video game reseller turned to everything reseller, everything reseller turned to now sneaker reseller. And as you can see, my cart, oh, you guys, I guess you can't really see all like that, but my car is completely full. I went to this, I guess it's a flea market, we'll just call it that, where I had the best sales day like I've ever had at one of these flea markets. It was incredible. But now we are outside of my favorite savers to go see if we can pick up some new inventory, that being sneakers. So let's see what they got for us today. Alright, so as soon as I pull up to the sneaker section, I spot some low-key bolos that make me do this corny finger gun thing. I don't know why I did that. Topos are a great brand though, good sell-through rate, and can sell for like $40–50, but these had no laces, no insoles, and they were asking $11 for them, so unfortunately I had to pass. I pick up most, if not all, Brooks. These are a pair of GTS 16s, which is an older model, but they can still sell for like $30–40. These weren't priced, but I threw them in my cart to have the clerk price them when I get to checkout. Then as soon as I turn around, I spot a pair of metallic gold Jordan 1s for only $13, which was dope. Also, I didn't realize it then, but whoever the previous owner was put some of the worst laces I've ever seen in these. Anyway, I put them in the check app and they passed, so this was a nice score. Down here at the bottom, I found these pretty unassuming Brooks. They're their Addiction 8 walking shoes and can sell for like $50–60, and they were only asking $11 for them, so that was a pretty easy snag. These have been sitting here for weeks for $18, and to my surprise, they actually lowered the price down to $13.29, and I put down in quotations because that's still kind of a lot of money, but it's a little over $10 after the 20% off coupon. And since these can sell for around $30–40 and it's summer running season, I decided to pick them up. These are $10. Yeah, we're gonna leave these. Some Mizunos. Leave these. Some things you just gotta leave behind, unfortunately, but these Brooks Signal 3s go for like $40, so at $10 they were a definite cop for me. There was another pair of Brooks at the bottom here, and they were the Glycerin GTS, which any number honestly sells really well for me, but the bottoms were balding a little too much. And one thing I've learned since switching to sneakers is that the tread is extremely important, so unfortunately I had to leave these behind. I saw this pair of Mizunos, and honestly they can be hit or miss. Some sell, some don't. I haven't actually got this brand down quite yet, but that's why I love the Google Lens app. All I gotta do is take a picture and it finds it for me, whether it be eBay listings, Amazon, or whatever. Anyway, this pair wasn't worth it, so I put them down and moved on. But what is almost always worth it are Brooks, even these little baby feet ones, especially at $7 and some change. I can flip them for around $30. And just as I was about to leave the area, I spotted these pretty dirty women's Nike Reacts, and the dope thing about Nike is that all their shoes have a model number on the size tag that's very easily searchable. You just open eBay and type in Nike and that model number, and the shoes will pop right up. These sell for around $30–40, so for $10 I decided to pick them up. Quick little look for me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we got this extra large Tommy, $5. Even though I'm primarily a sneaker seller, I still like to peek my head into the electronics section because old habits die hard, honestly, and you never know what you can find. I saw this lady picking through it, so I didn't expect to find anything, to be honest, but I came across this Peloton heartband, and I've sold a heartband in the past, so I knew it had to have some type of value, and after checking it out to make sure everything was there, I decided to grab it. Then, after looking around through all the VCRs and DVD players, I turn around and see a pair of Peloton shoes sitting right on the top of this bin. Cycling shoes always sell great, and I've had a ton of success with Peloton specifically in the past, but stores always price them up. I was actually surprised to see they were only asking $10 for this pair, and then that's when I realized that most of this bin was all cycling shoes, so I decided to dig around a little, see what I can find, see if there's any other gems in there, and that's when I came across this brand Mavic. I've never heard of them, but they were only asking $10 for them. And what do you do when you find something new? You you bust out that Google lens, and after seeing that someone was asking for over $100 for a pair of these, I got way too excited and decided to take what I had and head out. But then as I'm walking away, one of the workers stopped me and says, hold on a minute, then starts digging through my cart. And at this time I had already turned my camera off, so I turned it back on because I'm like, oh man, what's about to happen now? What are you looking for?
Which one?
I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but he pulled the price tags out of the 2 cycling shoes that I just grabbed and said, wait for me. And now I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting upset because this literally happened to me before at this very store. I found a pair of Pelotons priced at like $8, and when I got to the register, they said, oh, we need to change the price on those, and they taxed so heavy. So I just knew he was gonna come back with some ridiculous price for these shoes. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. And I was completely wrong. He actually lowered the price by $1. So shout out to that dude. Hey, these don't have a price on them. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for shopping with us.
Wow, that was a very successful trip, especially when I just randomly happened to come across the Peloton and these. This surprised me. I've never even heard of this brand. I just know bike shoes do well. So when I looked this up and saw that these can sell for like $100, and the fact, dude, so I had turned my camera off because like, all right, I found everything that I could find. Let me go to the register and check out. And the dude comes up, he's like, excuse me, right as I'm turning the camera off. So I'm like, let me turn it back on. I don't know what's going on. He's like digging in my cart. I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now. Let me turn my camera back on so I can catch this. And he's like starts ripping the stickers off of the shoes, and I'm like, oh, here we go. He knows that they're like valuable or something like that, so he's gonna up the price on them. And he actually lowered it. He went back and he put a cheaper price on the shoes. Not much, it was like $1 lower, but still, like, that was pretty sick, like out of nowhere. Anyways, there's another Savers that's pretty close to here that I sometimes hit, but today we're gonna hit it. So let's go see what we can find. Okay, so I just pulled up to the next Savers, but I just realized I don't have a 20% off coupon. And although I have a nice fat stack of 20% off saved up, I still don't enter the Savers. I don't go without a coupon. But that's the goodness of how Savers works, and having a bunch of stuff in your car from a flea market sale. You can grab literally anything. I'm gonna grab this thing, which is filled with like some games that you see there's GTA in it, but it's all PC games. Nobody really wants these. So we're gonna take this and turn it into potentially $20. Hey boss man, so I put it in this one? Do you have the coupon code? Thank you. Sweet Caroline. Beyonce might like that. These are really good. These are beat. You just gotta watch out for rips and yeah, see, look at that. Rips and tears. These are really good though. So at first it wasn't looking too promising here. Those 270s were destroyed. I picked up these Nikes, but they're not worth anything, so I ended up putting them back. I saw these wild looking furry purple shoes that were just screaming at me to look up, and it turns out that they're actually Andre 3000 shoes, which is pretty sick, but unfortunately they're not worth anything either. And then I saw a pair of my favorite shoes to pick up, Ultras. They sell just as well, if not better than Hoka's, but unfortunately the size tag was so worn down I couldn't see anything. So even though they were in awesome condition, I had to leave them behind.
that one hurt. So after scanning the men's section, going through bunk shoe after bunk shoe that was either too beat or too bald on the bottom for me to pick up, I finally came across a pair of LeBron Witness 5s that can sell for around $50, and they were only asking 10 bucks. This was a very welcome pickup from an otherwise wall of bunk shoes that kept me from feeling completely defeated. And then I hit the women's section and absolutely ate. So I grabbed these Brooks Adrenaline 19s, these Brook Launch 8s, these Brook Launch 9s, these Asics Gel Cumulus 27s that need to be doused in holy water, these Brook Trace 3s, these New Balance Fresh Foam 880s, which is one of the few New Balance models I regularly pick up, these Brook Launch 9s, these Brooks Adrenaline 23s that also need a dousing of holy water, maybe even a bucket, another pair of New Balance Fresh Foams, either the 1080s, these Brooks Dyad 11s. Admittedly, I was getting too excited grabbing all the shoes. Dyads are the slowest of the Brooks models to sell for me, so I don't always pick them up. And lastly, I was taking pics of that rugby to ask my fiance if she wanted it, and I spotted these Metcon 5s. Of course, you know we gotta do a little shopping for me, and these Levi's were just my size.
Okay, bro, it must be donation season because that place is never hitting like that. It never has stuff like that. That's why I don't really go there all like that. But whoa, I ain't never eat like that from there ever. But I'm so happy that I decided to stop by. But speaking of eat, I'm starving. I've been out here, I think like 3 hours, something like that. So I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna grab some food, and we're gonna go over today's goods. Okay, we are back at the dungeon. Here is half of the haul. I couldn't fit everything on the table, obviously. As you can see, we're filled up. I don't remember the price of everything off the top of my head. I remember these I saw a pair going for, not sold, so maybe the soles might be looking different, but these I saw selling for at least like $100. I consistently sell these for like $50, $60, and we got a pair. I mean, to be honest, they're pretty beat, and I did see like a scuff mark on one of them as I was there it goes right here. So I didn't notice that at first, but I mean, it's all good. And they got like replacement lace. These laces suck. What's with these bulbs? I might even buy new laces because these things just, I don't know why. Those laces are trash. But anyways, we got these. I wish I would have, I forgot to comp these before leaving. I don't remember what they were going for back with it because they used to have these for like $18, which is, I'm not paying that at all. But this is closer to $10. So hopefully I can get at least like $40, $50 for these. I do everything free shipping, by the way. My entire store is free shipping, at least for now, especially on eBay. On eBay. I'm on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. I was thinking about Depop, but I don't know nothing about it. I don't really know how to traverse Depop all like that, and I don't know if they sell, I know people buy clothes from there, but I don't know how well shoes do. But Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay are my main three. eBay is actually at the bottom of the three right now because I've been in below standard since January, and there's like nothing that I can do about it. No matter how many sales I make, it goes across the last 90 days, and my last, like, I think, or is it 90? No, I think it's the year or something. I forget. But yeah, I think it's the year. It goes over the past year, and I just had a really bad December because when I switched over to adding on to Poshmark and Mercari, I used Vendu. And don't get me wrong, I'm probably gonna like ruin any opportunity of a sponsorship, but I gotta be honest here, y'all. Like, Vendu is fire. I'm paying, I think, $40 a month for it or something like that. But the delist system, like when you sell something somewhere else, and it's supposed to automatically delist from the other platforms, it does not work. It's trash. It needs fixing. I even sent them an email like, yo, you guys are messing me up here because something would sell somewhere else. I'm thinking I leave my PC on so this can activate, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't work. It would sell again, and I'm thinking, I didn't know. I'm thinking it automatically delisted, but no, now it counts as a double sale. I have to cancel the order or whatever, like, and that just completely ruined me, especially in December. Anyways, here goes the first batch. A lot of Brooks. As y'all saw, I come across a lot of Brooks. So this is Runner City, apparently. We got a pair of LeBrons here, and this thing right here, I sold something similar to this. I was looking at comps, and I saw it going for like anywhere between, like, not this one specifically, but these in general, from like $30 to like $60 or something like that. So I don't know, I got to do more research into it, but I felt like you know, I get 20% off of everything, so whatever 20% off of $9 is what I paid for this, and it's all in here with the manual and everything. I feel like it was still pretty worth it, even if I only get like $30 for it. I am over on TikTok as well, and someone over there told me that anything with gel Nimbus technology is an automatic at least $40. This is the gel Cumulus, but this is 27, so this is like really recent, so that's why I picked these up. Also, I have a couple of projects. You know what, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hold on, let me get the other ones out first. And here goes the second batch. Y'all, Brooks, these are my bread and butters basically. I always grab them. New Balance, I don't grab too much. There's a lot of different models of New Balance, and they're not all built equally. They don't all sell equally. Some just don't sell at all. But these Freshen foams, the 1080s and the 880s, these both sell now, especially the 880. I want to say V13, I think it is, or yeah, the 880 V something Freshen foams. These sell very well, but this is the pickup. I spent a total of because I got some stuff for myself too. I spent somewhere along the lines of like $13 for this shirt and these jeans here, because after the 20% off, that's like $10.40 I think, and I don't know the math off the top of my head for that. But anyways, I think I spent somewhere around like 160, 170, something like that on all of this. Pretty successful day, if I do say so myself. I normally don't cook like this. This is out of I think it's because I decided to bring the camera, honestly, because we ate really good today. But as y'all saw, I do have some stuff to clean. I got these 3 that I picked up today, and then these 2 I've already had because I like to launder my shoes in batches. And as you can see, these are absolutely cooked. They're just so destroyed. These as well are pretty messed up. And sometimes I like to pick up like these project shoes. I look at them and think like you look at like a beautiful girl that is toxic, and you just look at them like, yo, I can save you. That's why I be looking at these shoes sometimes. So if y'all want to see a video on me cleaning these and seeing if I can bring these bad boys back to life, you let me know. I mean, it's gonna get done regardless. If y'all want me to film it, let me know. But now I do have some stuff that's sold that I need to pull because it is Monday, and the first being these Oxfords Johnston and Murphy shoes. I picked these up when I went on the road trip down to Virginia. Was it Virginia? I think it was Virginia. What, that wasn't a good trip. That was a very bad trip because I had to go to court. But we did stop at some thrift stores. I picked these up for $5 at like some little mom and pop shop, and they sold for $40 plus shipping over on Mercari. Then I got my first ever bundle sale over on Poshmark. I had all of these listed for $180, and I was at the gym going back and forth with somebody. They super lowballed me, and we was going back and forth. I offered $140 for all 3 of these. Again, this was $180 worth of shoes, and then they counted back with like $125 or something. I denied it, and then they hit me back again for $140, and I accepted it because, like, bro, come on, you're getting $40 off. So all 3 of these shoes sold for $140. These 2 I picked up like last summer for $20 a pop. I just bought a bunch of On Clouds off of a lady for $20 each, basically. These I don't remember, but the thing I have with my system is I put how much I paid for each shoe in the custom SKU section after the 20% off code, of course. And so in my custom SKU, it says that I paid $10.80 for these. So that means it was somewhere like probably like the $13 range before the coupon code. So at some savers, during some savers trip, I paid $10.80 for these. So that's $50 worth of shoes going out for $140 plus shipping. And then I got these Brooks right here that sold over on Poshmark as well. And I don't know what I spent on these. They're kind of really clean though. I don't know what I spent on these because I got these so long ago. It's before I did my whole SKU inventory systems. Well, I don't even have an inventory system. I hate my system. But before I did my pricing SKU system, and these sold on Poshmark for $25 plus shipping. Then we got a rare eBay video game sale. This is Dirt 1 and Dirt 3. Disc only, and this sold for $17.99 free shipping. And then my next sale are these pair of Brooks. What are these? I think these are GTS. These are Cascadia, Brooks Cascadia. Brooks Cascadia 16s. I got these for $6 and they sold for $50 free shipping. I do free shipping over on eBay so I can, like, because me being a underrated, is it not underrated, definitely not underrated, a below standard seller, I can't like do promotions or anything like that. Like, so I got to do what I can to try and boost me up as much as I possibly can. So I have 1 day shipping on, and I do free shipping over on eBay. So I paid $6. These things are clean too. Look at that. Wow. Paid $6 for these, and they sold for $50 free shipping over on eBay. And then my last eBay sale is a brand I've never heard of. I saw them. They looked intriguing, so I decided to look them up. They're a pair of G-Defy. I don't know. They're like walking shoes. They're like really clean. And I paid $8.64 for these, and they sold for $40 free shipping. I think I saw that the sell-through rate was really good, but questionable at the same time, especially since I've never seen these before. And there was 2 pairs of these and like 2 pair of the men's, and I've already sold, I think I've sold both my men's or 1 pair of my men's, and now I'm selling these right here for $40 free shipping. So they're not bad. And I am glad that I picked them up. One thing I will never understand is how a creator could forget to make an outro. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Me personally, I always end by saying like, make sure you subscribe or whatever, or like, I got a bunch of work to do, like all those sneakers I got to clean and stuff like that, and be like, hope to see y'all on the next one.